Good morning, welcome to another episode of Utah Highways, which is not exactly true because this is the first episode, but welcome none the same. Today we're going to do some caving in the back of the car. We've got our helmets, our lights, our backup lights, our ropes, and our cameras because we're going to do some filming in there as well. We're going to Oak City Cave, which actually is not the kind of cave where you need to bring any ropes or anything. It's a very beginner thing. I haven't been there, but that's what I hear about it. But we're going to do some filming because we have a special guest today, Nancy Green.
Hello.
Producer, KUED. Super awesome person. And we're gonna, one of the experiments we're gonna do today is we're gonna find out who's a better filmmaker, Nancy or me. We already know the answer to this, of course. Nancy rocks.
Sean's definitely better.
She's kind, but she's a liar. No, Nancy is awesome. I first met her when I helped her with a film. How many years ago was Secrets of the Lost Canyon?
Oh, like really 10 years ago.
Yeah, about 10 years ago. Awesome stuff, and she's such a cool person. So much fun to talk to, so I'm glad to be along for this. And we're working on a documentary which we won't announce yet. It's out there, right?
But it's on search and rescue in Utah.
Yep, that's right. And one of the stories that comes from my team, the Utah County Search and Rescue team, is about, of course, 7 years ago, the tragedy with John at Nutty Putty Cave, which still not easy to talk about. But we're going today to get a little bit of cave footage, kind of for background ambience, all that kind of stuff to fill in as some of us tell that story on the documentary coming up, which you'll want to watch for in May on KUED.org. And it's sure to win many more awards. And how many awards have you won in your filmmaking career? Do you have any idea?
I have no idea.
You lose, it's big numbers. It's hard to count.
It's so bad.
Do you know that I am also an award-winning filmmaker?
Really?
Yes, because I held the camera for you a little bit on Secrets of the Lost Canyon, and you listed me as additional photography.
You are an award-winning filmmaker.
Anyway, stay tuned. We'll take you along and show you just a little bit more of some of Utah's highways. Highways and highways, trails, right? That's what we focus on, and all the things and people to see and things to do in this amazing, beautiful, pretty, great state. We don't say that anymore, though, do we?
No.
Life elevated.
Life elevated.
Yeah, that's better. So, thanks for tuning in.
Still pretty great.
Yeah. Windshield's again. We have a small crowd today, some scouts and their guide. Hello.
Like the turtle.
Carrying your home on your back, you mean?
What's that?
What's that turtle?
I'm a slow one.
Oh.
I like the turtle with the goose.
I always forget my sunglasses when I go caving.
I know! I was thinking the same exact thing.
The almost absolute silence out here is so peaceful.
Just barely. Thank you. You want me to take that?
Yeah.
Nice and light, Sean.
Yes, I was like, did she bring bars?
Yes.
Are these your knee pads? I feel like these kind of start slipping.
Yeah, they do.
Best way to
They're
tighten
gonna be
them.
annoying.
They're gonna be annoying? Okay.
It's Dana, but yeah, I'm gonna hand you stuff.
Dig it.
Dig it, baby.
Nice. Yes.
You're gonna want to take that jacket off real soon.
So I can leave this hose here, right?
Yeah, you can leave. You can leave that here.
Definitely got a little muddy. Already got dirt.
I'm covered in dirt.
So is that the right thing? Because then I'll guide people.
You gave me.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it true? Or is it okay?
I don't remember seeing any.
Shouldn't. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just get your butt all the way down to that, where your foot is, your left foot is, and then sit down.
Yeah, the ZV scramble.
Yeah. And be careful because it's slick. It's really slick right now.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready if you want to hand me something down.
So what we'll do is we'll pass packs down to you, and you just find a place for them.
Okay.
And then once people are ready, would you guide them?
Yeah.
Because you're that way.
Because that's my thing.
Normally Debbie does that, but she's
Yeah.
not here. She's up with the scouts.
Got.
Ridiculously okay. So we're gonna pass all the bags.
Got it. Yep. John, why don't you come down here now, and I will.
Oh yeah, I can slide down and we can pass the other bags.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah.
Oh, rock, rock, rock.
Hi, you missed.
Yeah, I saw that right by you.
Okay.
Should I grab this bag?
Yeah, if you want to just receive packs from them and hand them to me, then I can.
Okay.
Put it right down here.
Bacon. 6 degrees of giving bacon.
Nice.
Did it.
You're much more fluid.
Oh, my legs were so. I was like, where's the thing? Alright.
Okay, the old cave ranger comes out now. So, colored stripes, we call that bacon. All this white stuff and everything is calcite.
Okay.
It's made of the same stuff as the limestone.
We're good. We're out of the way. We're out of the way.
Like the carbonic acid from decaying plant life above drips down through the rocks and it decays the limestone.
Hey Sean,
Yeah,
could you just come and make sure everyone's safe here?
yeah, I will.
Especially me.
And it comes in deposits in all these awesome little forms, popcorn and people have painted and destroyed this one, which is why they lock up a lot of the caves. You're a foot away now. Uphill, go uphill though. Hit that sooner.
Can you put my foot there?
Down. Okay, or right there. Yeah, I'll hold it in place. That was really good tension though
Do you like
for
that?
the movie with it just clawing at the foothold. Will she make it? Is she gonna die?
Yeah, my light is crap. I need to change bats.
All right. Dana, here's one.
Oh. Any more?
That's all. Last one.
Got it.
Okay, then can I have you guys come down past me?
Okay.
Yeah, so what we're thinking, you tell us. Sorry, I just blinded you. If we can place a cam up somewhere in there.
So
View.
take a look right here.
Okay.
There's a crack. If you poke your head in here a bit, there's a crack right
Yeah.
there. Put a cam there, and then we could do like a little piece of webbing to get it down a bit.
Yeah.
And then pulley there. And then I'd like to see you setting up that gear,
Clipping it together.
hooking the pulley on there, putting the rope through it, and then sending the rope back this way. And so I'll film from that side, and then we'll also film from this side, you passing the rope towards me.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Maybe I'll have somebody's hand reaching out and grabbing it from you.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, somebody could just reach over your shoulder, John, and grab it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm probably gonna like lay in here close to the wall.
And I can kind of throw the coiled end over your head.
Yeah, exactly. And if it hits me or the camera, it's fine.
Yeah. Look how cool this is, even where it's all dusty on the popcorn. And then you get to the ugly graffiti. People drawn on it? What are you thinking?
Okay, lovely.
It was basically like this. I had my hand on the wall.
Could I have everybody turn their headlamps on?
Yeah.
I have to put my little body down in there. It's so little.
Yep. And then as you're coming out, it's an awesome shot.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, light off.
Turn off your light so we can see you.
Light. I was like, what? Because this is a nice camera. Okay, go down a little farther. There you go. Awesome.
Cool.
This light puts a nice gleam in your eye.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. This is beautiful.
Okay, no, wait. Let me get one right there. Hang on. Get my finger out of the way. Okay, keep coming.
Those are great compositions.
Thank
That's
you.
cool.
That'll be awesome.
Debbie, will you take that for me too?
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey, I have a question for you because I've been meaning to interview you for my little video. What do you think? I'm sorry about that. This GoPro doesn't work out that light. What do you think about all the graffiti people make in caves?
All the what?
Graffiti, painting.
Oh, it's very sad that people don't realize that they're defacing things for others. And this is not their home. This belongs to the creatures that live here, and we're just visitors. And I think it's irresponsible. And it's also criminal.
Good answer. Would you be interested in saying something like, would we paint on your mother? You're painting on our Mother Nature, or something like that.
Would we paint on your house? You're painting on their house. Sure, that'd be fine.
Okay, give it to me with all the passion you got.
Oh, I guess. So
If you want.
So you asked me about graffiti, and I figure if you wouldn't want me to come spray paint ugly paint on your house, why would you come spray paint ugly paint or even deface something as beautiful and as pristine as something Mother Nature created? This is something that was created for everyone, not just a few selfish people.
Bravo. Well said. Thank you.
Well said.
Anyway, look right here. See all these? This cave, back when it first started, was supposed to be like Timpanogos.
Oh, really?
It was beautiful. And then just before the feds declared it a national monument, it was before Timpanogos, some yahoos came in and stripped it of everything.
Wow.
In just a couple of weeks, they had devastated the cave to where it ends up being like this.
Yeah.
But the pictures, the old-time pictures, are stunning.
Wow.
It is just amazing what used to be here. And now it's a throwaway cave.
So sad.
Very sad. Anyway, I just wanted you to see that.
Yeah, I loved it.
But there's another really better one over here.
Oh.
I want to introduce you to, because especially here in a cave, you are a person, you know? I know
I'm a
Debbie.
person. Thank you. I'm a person.
Yeah.
I'm a person.
Debbie, we all thought so.
So I met Debbie twice. The second time is when you joined Search and Rescue. And the first time, I didn't know you, but you were down in the cave also with us. 7 years ago, right?
Right.
And you're also a member of the NSS, National Speleological Society.
I'm one of the chairmen.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what you do and what you love about it, and what you think about caves in Utah, etc.
NSS?
And caving, whatever you want to say.
Well, the NSS, it's our parent organization. I'm with the chairman over the webinars, and we're in charge. Well, I'm in charge of bringing in interesting topics to teach our cavers and give them education. And we've turned it into a worldwide webinar. It's started to go really well, better than we could have ever dreamed. And the main purpose is to educate people. Cavers are really a small society, but we're spread out, so you know, all over the world. This is a way for all of us to get together. I'm also the region chairman for the youth group liaison for the NSS, and I'm in charge of all youth group activities in the western part of the United States for training, helping groups out if they need any help.
Does this include BSA, or your BSA credentials
No,
are separate?
This is NSS.
Oh, got it.
And my job is to work as a liaison with any youth group that wants to learn more about caves. Now, then there's a BSA, which is totally different. I was brought in 2010 with the Utah National Parks Council. We're the largest scout council in the world, to create a caving program, because we had people taking kids into vertical caves and having them down climb, which is insanely crazy. So I created a policy, created a training program, and then that was in 2010. And in March, our new BSA national program will be released. It's the first time we've ever been able to have a program where we can train scouts and train leaders so that they actually know what they're doing when they go into a cave. When I first started this, my goal was to teach these young people how to be good cavers, so when they grew up they could teach other kids to be cavers, that they could teach other kids. And we're hoping it's a generational thing that will eventually have a society of really well-trained cavers. And all of this came out of the Nutty Putty attempted rescue. We all decided that we were never going to let that happen again. So we're focusing on small party cave rescue. We're teaching people to take care of themselves.
This started as a Boy Scout project.
Yeah.
Because we had kids going into caves, and I was teaching kids in Park City how to go caving.
Yeah, let me turn this down. Give it a little bit.
And there was a need in the NSS for something, because scouts were not wanted in caves for good reasons. The leaders would go in untrained, and there would always be accidents. We had a few scout troops work to learn this, but even with my connections within the national organization, because of, like any other volunteer group, it was fraught with politics. I needed to find a caver who could take this and really push it. So I turned the program over to the Timpanogos Grotto. Then after Nutty Putty, I connected with the Nutty Putty rescue. I connected with Debbie. And she has the drive, the tenacity, the tough skin. She's able to ask hard questions. She's able to get in front of people and hold her ground. I mean, she was the ideal person. So she has taken this and then modified it, refined it, reduced it, and simplified it to get the essence of cave training communicated in such a way that the scout troop that I followed her in this cave today was surprisingly well behaved. They knew what to do. They knew how to be safe. They knew how to climb. And that's all because Debbie. She took this and pushed it nationally and cut through all of the broke through the silos and cut through the barriers to provide something that's going to save kids' lives.
That's awesome. That's how long were you the NSS education director or whatever?
I don't know. I started caving when I was 8 years old back in 1954. And I just happened to be able to cave with some of the greatest cavers in the United States.
Like who?
Peterson, the founder of the NSS, Vic Schmidt, Dr. William White, Robert Dunn. These are people who were scientists. there's usually two groups of cavers. There's a recreational caver and then the scientific caver. And I just happened to grow up near the University of Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon. There were a lot of professors and individuals from those two institutions that were paleontologists, geophysicists, and I got to be around them growing up. So that's what got me going.
All right. Thanks, Chuck. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure meeting you.
To Josh. Sweetie, that's why I left my light down there with him.
Oh, see, I get confused with all.
Yeah, he
Okay.
didn't have a
All right.
So
helmet.
he doesn't
Take-
have a helmet.
No helmet, no
No
helmet.
helmet, no light. That's why I left
So-
my light
so-
with him.
We just leave a headlamp down there by his head.
It's still there today.
Wow.
Okay. We're gonna.
Much better.
How's it taste?
This is your okay, I can't see his and have that be okay. Well, here, I'm just gonna pop off a few shots. Why not?
Oh, you got mud on your cheek.
Good light.
So, should we film someone putting the rope around it? Yeah. So,
Back the first time we came and started.
Yeah.
oh yeah. So I want to redo that one.
Did this come out at the bottom of the day?
I'm not.
Can you see any
So
little,
we want to head
see those
back up
see those little
towards the main
little
room.
fuzzy things coming out there?
How you doing?
Little tiny.
Those little tiny crystals.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
almost like hairs.
Okay. I got it now. I'm in a good spot. See if I can get it out without getting all muddy. Actually, if you can come here and hold this while I move up,
Yeah.
and I can get it out without getting mud all over.
Back there from someone else.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Hold on, I'll have to get it over. Can you get it?
Yeah, I think so.
Quick.
Got it. Want to hand stuff up?
Yeah. mud.
We need that.
Ooh, I got some cold water down my neck.
Ooh, good idea.
That's nice. Freedom!
Actually, Dana,
Yeah.
you map this guy?
Yep.
What a muddy mess. Whew. Ah, beautiful.
Nancy, smile. Beautiful. Got it. Got him.
It's still winter out here. It is. There's so much mist kind of pouring down the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it's raining out there.
Whew. Whew. Great outdoors. Oh, man.
Wow. Good.
Sunshine,
Lights.
fresh air. Turn our lights off.
Do you want us to take all this stuff off out the car? I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
It'd probably be faster.
easier than a.
That's a pretty sight. Sun going down.
Yeah, we should grab jackets though, because it's a little chilly. Do you want your glasses?
I'm fine without them.
Hey,
Okay, you should grab them though, just because we need them.
Yeah, I can.
So you don't forget them.
Think you won't now.
Mine.
So do lots of dragging feet.